the way this goes.
You're doing a podcast.
I know, it's crazy. Elizabeth, welcome back.
Thank you.
Is this it?
Well, it just starts, and then I introduce it, and then we start. No, you can talk. It's fine.
I don't want to.
I'm going to start now.
Okay.
All right.
Can you like hum a couple bars of the theme song just so we can feel like?
Is there a theme song?
There is a theme song, but it's instrumental.
Do you know it?
Dun 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 dun. Yeah, that's about it. And when you listen, you'll actually hear the real thing.
Cool.
It's called.
Who's it by?
I don't know. It was royalty free. I didn't steal it. I listened to a bunch of music and picked this one though.
All right.
I was gonna have it be like new Japanese kind of like weird pop, but I thought a lot of people did that, so I just went with rock.
Yeah, I mean, all of the podcasts I listen to all have neo-Japanese
Right, that's the thing.
pop.
Now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people in the world, women, children, men, questioning, gay and lesbian, straight, everyone involved in the world right now. You're welcome to listen to this. Thank you for being here.
Kind of wrap that up with people.
I kind of, yeah. To my left is Justin Lund. Justin is in my improv troupe. He changes his hair every week.
I gotta tell you, I gotta stop for 1 second.
Yeah.
I just think it's weird to say troop.
What do you want to call it? What
Group.
Do you think group?
Yeah, group,
Improv group?
improv group, and team.
That makes
I think
sense.
troop
yeah.
just sounds
Militant?
hippie, 70s.
Oh, hippie. It kind of
Yeah.
sounds militant too, though.
Oh, you
like
think
a
so?
troop.
But it's spelled Troupe.
Yeah.
So it's very hippie, like, oh, we have a troop and we have minstrels and flute players and stuff like that.
Improv group.
I always picture like military, like
Do you?
troop, like everybody's packing heat.
Well, you're wrong.
I often am.
Elizabeth is wrong. All right, cool, fine.
Anyway, go with whatever you want. That's fine.
Fine.
Just something that's always stuck in my craw.
Improv group. Justin Lund, welcome, sir.
Thank you, Kelsey.
You're welcome. Directly across from me is Timothy Tracey.
Yes.
He is an ensemble member at Universal Studios, and by Universal Studios, I meant Unexpected Productions. Really funny guy. Just had a baby. Welcome to my house.
Thank you so much, Kelsey.
You're welcome. To my right, returning champion, Elizabeth Westermann.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. It's good to be back.
How many of these have you done?
Exactly one, other
Wow.
than this one.
Nice. How'd it go?
It went pretty good. I think
Nice.
it went good. I
Cool.
listened to it and I enjoyed it.
Nice.
I thought I was funny.
You are funny.
Well, there
One
you
of the
go.
funniest people I know.
When I listen to these after I record them, I'm like, God, I hope I was funny. And then I'm sitting there chuckling at my own jokes. I'm like, yeah. And my girlfriend knows when I laugh at my own jokes, I have a distinct laugh. When I laugh at other people, it's different.
How many people are listening to this? No one now. Four.
Four.
How many people have been downloading or listening to your podcast since it started?
My first month, the first podcast, 40 people.
I did
Nice.
Wow.
one of those.
Nice.
Which is
I have
crazy.
heard the show.
And then the second episode was a 15 people.
I was
Nice.
one of those, I
Yeah.
think.
And the
Okay.
third episode has like 80 people.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's going up.
I told
Great.
a lot of people
Thank you.
that I plan on listening to that one.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you.
And I can download these.
You can.
Nice.
Yep. It's called the Spankatron 5000 podcast. It's available on iTunes. And if you can't get it through iTunes, you can just go to the website, spankatron5000.com.
Can you explain what a Spankatron is? Because
I'd like to know.
you always love this word, and I want to know what it is.
I don't know what it is. It's just one of those things that has just kind of crept up in my mind ever since I was like 12.
It's not a masturbating robot.
No.
Are you
it's not.
sure?
I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an S&M robot.
Oh, it's naughty Spankatron. Or
I can see how it sounds like that. It sounds like Spankatron.
You can see that
I can see it, yeah.
after 25 years with an end. You finally dawned on you.
Everyone having this exchange
Wow,
with me.
Spankatron, and I spank. Wait a second, that's like masturbation.
Yep. Pretty much.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah.
Hey, that's it. That meal you made was so good.
The what?
The meal you made, it
Oh.
was fuck myself.
Honey,
What?
you know when you swear it's
I didn't swear.
okay. Well, what did you like about the meal?
I don't know, just the way you prepared everything. It was fuck myself good.
Babe.
What's the matter? You seem. I mean it. It was really good.
I know, but we're at a wake, and the people in the living room can hear you.
I don't care if they think I enjoyed your cooking.
But babe, the way you say it, like when you say that you enjoy my cooking, I don't know if you realize it, but you use a lot of vulgarity.
Vulgarity.
Yeah.
That's just a word I made up. Or at least it came to me. I've been using it for years.
When did you first start using it?
I don't know. Maybe when I was 15.
What did you think of the dessert?
Oh, fuck myself. That was good.
Keep it down.
What the?
God. See? We're at Nana's wake.
She would have liked us to enjoy her passing. This can be a happy time. This could be a fuck myself time.
God damn it.
Good evening.
Oh, no, go ahead, honey.
No.
No, go ahead. You
just
talk
want-
to the boys. Talk to them.
No.
No.
No, you interrupted me again. You talk to them.
Well, I was just going to say, boys, we can absolutely hear everything you're saying. Everybody in the living room, they're eating finger foods.
Oh,
And we
fuck myself. I love those.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Yeah, they're great, right?
Right, I know, and it's great that you enjoy the food and stuff, but maybe you shouldn't fuck yourself with it.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Aren't you in here? You're fucking yourself with food,
I'm
right?
sorry, what?
Well, we can hear you in the living room, and you're fucking yourself with food.
Honey, are you gonna let Aunt May talk to me that way?
Look, Sam, what they hear from the kitchen, they can't see because it's around a veranda door, is you're saying that you are fucking food, and I'm saying keep it down, and they think you're
What?
literally fucking the food, Sam.
This is all absolutely out of control and inappropriate. Your aunt is dead. She's in the living room right now. Please, show some respect.
It's true. It's true. And quite frankly, this isn't fuckable food. This is food you can only take to first base.
It's true.
It's finger me food.
I didn't want to
It's
bring
not
that
fuck
up.
me
It's
food.
totally finger me food. This isn't fuck me food.
First base was different when I was younger.
Yeah. Me too.
I'm just very offended by this entire conversation.
Sorry, Father.
Go eat a cornhole muffin.
Okay. That's like a scene.
That's perfect.
Just wait, you wait for the applause, and then
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's not there. You're just
Or the
gonna-
lights to go
light
out.
to go out?
The lights don't go out.
It just kind of lingers.
I'm going to go home and bake some cornhole muffins.
Cornhole muffins. That sound good. That sound good.
Just a little bit of chocolate right in the middle.
Cornhole.
You're welcome.
When I was growing up, whenever I went to a funeral, which I just went to a couple of them, my great grandma, when she died, she smoked like 2 packs of Pall Malls a day and lived to be like 103.
It happens.
She immigrated from Poland, and like her husband fought in like World War I or some crazy shit. I think that if you've like fought in a world war, you have a long life, or if you're related to someone who has.
Like if you survived it.
I think so,
then
but
you
she didn't
last
fight.
longer.
But still, like she like grew up on a farm, like plowed beets her whole life and smoked a ton of cigarettes.
Did she really plow beets?
I don't know.
You just made that up.
I don't know, but
She plowed the earth, and then planted beets.
Okay.
Beets.
Okay.
It's a little bit different. It's hard to plow beets.
But like at her funeral, I didn't really understand. I knew she was dead, but I didn't really have that big of an attachment to her. But I remember just like being utterly obsessed with the food that was laid out and just eating just everything, ham and cheese, and I don't know if I was super uncomfortable, so I was just like staying at the food counter. But
How old were you?
I think I was 8.
Yeah.
I have memories from the same period, like 8 in that age area. I lived with my grandmother often in a small farm town in Ringsted that was all Danish people, and they were all a lot of them were older, and so they were dying a lot. There was often like funerals, and there was always like I started drinking coffee really young because you could go up to the urn and put tons of cream and sugar, and
You're
always
talking
like
about the coffee urn, right? Not
yeah.
I was wondering the same thing.
And then,
was
yeah,
this,
little
in
finger, Ringsted, Iowa, yeah.
Oh.
Little finger foods, yeah, cucumber.
Not human finger foods.
No, fuck me though, those are good.
Those would be really good. Just gnawing on somebody's bones.
Isn't there some country where they they take the dead people up and they put them on top of like a pillar and just let them like rot and let the seagulls eat them or something.
A lot of people do stuff like that.
Burn them. It's like a funeral pyre. I know about that, but I didn't know about the leave your loved ones out to be eaten by animals.
I think that's a thing.
It's crows used to eat people in the trees, or ravens. Yeah.
Ravens.
Yeah, but those people that were put up, like strung up as like examples. It wasn't like, here's Uncle George and we loved him. Okay, crows, go ahead and peck his eyes out.
Totally. Yeah.
I think they should just put you in like in a car or something like that. Like just put dead people in cars. Put them out on a road. Just have dead people
Have you
in
driven
cars.
through Ballard?
Yeah, right. Just let them deteriorate and just just like in this little like a little town. Build like a whole like an episode of the Twilight Zone. Like build a whole little town. Just yeah, exactly. Just
A diorama with dead people.
Just dead people slowly like skin falling off their faces and just turning blue and just.
And you can
rot.
decide before you die what part you want to play in the diorama.
Yeah, but like no embalming or anything. You're just like in your state and you're put there. So you're just eventually.
Just a pile of goo.
You're just a pile of goo eventually, yeah. And there's no windows on it, so it just reeks. The whole town just reeks.
Tim.
Just like zzz, like flies buzzing around everywhere and just like rats eating everything, stuff like that.
Tim, I can't go through with this.
Yes.
No, look, I'm your best friend. You know I want to do what I want. Listen, a lot of these things on here are. I might even get in legal trouble if I did this after you die.
I've set it up with my attorney, so you won't have any legal issues.
But what about this here? I mean, this is like a whole theme park about your corpse.
Yes.
Why?
Because I just want to make people happy, and people are happy when they go to theme parks, and so I want my heart taken out, and I want little mouse ears stuffed into it, and I want that just left on the side of the road someplace.
That sounds
Mickey heart.
horrible. I mean, I love you, man,
Yes,
and you have a big heart. I do, but that's horrible. That's a horrible image. And this about you want an interactive exhibit where kids can pull your brains out through your nose?
Yes. I want 2 straws set up in my nostrils. Children can suck my brains out. Absolutely.
God.
What is so weird about that? I want them to experience that. Wouldn't you want to experience that?
We cut to the opening day of Dead Town.
Daddy, I want to go on the Tunnel of Tim.
All right, Sherry, are you sure?
Yes. I've read about it online all kinds of times. It's got good Yelp reviews, and I want to go in through his belly button.
All right, well, you're old enough now, and I promise you this when you turn 12. You've been doing your chores. All right.
I've wanted this forever. I want the interactive Tim Tracey experience.
All right, well, how did you want to enter?
Through his belly button.
Okay. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna
Welcome to Tim's belly button. Step right inside. Side.
Oh my God.
Holy.
Oh.
Wow. Dad, I wasn't expecting that at all.
No, this.
Help me.
What was that?
I don't
Down here.
Oh my God, there's somebody in Tim's spleen.
We can't get out.
Get out. Help.
Are these? Is this part of the thing? Are these the speaker systems, babe?
I
Sorry,
don't
called
know.
you, babe.
That's okay, Daddy. I love you too, but
Cream
not
died
like
a couple
that
weeks
because
ago.
Creepy man. Get us out of here.
But I didn't read about this in the Yelp reviews. Are you guys stuck? What's happening?
I've devoured my own hand to stay alive.
He's
Please.
devoured most of my lower half.
Dad, I want to get out of here.
Wait.
No, the door. Oh, the belly button's closed up.
No.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Maybe we can hide in the lungs.
No. Don't go.
Oh my God.
Don't go.
Dad, no, Dad, no. Okay, all right. I'm here by myself in the liver. It will be fine. Oh, this is not a good place to be in Tim Tracey's body.
Welcome to Tim Town.
No. It's an angry liver.
Oh, I want more booze and heroin. Now!
All right, Master, I heard you. It's me, your gatekeeper. I brought you some booze and some heroin.
Buckets of heroin, please.
I got 3 buckets here, and I got
Oh, let me have a sip of that.
Here you go, sir.
I'm just gonna stay hidden behind the gallbladder.
No, stop
Oh
it.
my God!
Get over here. You're too late. You're stuck here.
You're stuck here, little girl.
That's right, little girl. Step right up and dive into the pool of heroin.
Heroin? Will I stop having feelings?
Yes.
Good job on your first successful body amusement park experience, young lady.
I'm just gonna stay here in the heroin and maybe throw up a little.
And this is all an image in Tim's best friend's mind, and he snaps back, and no, we can't do this. Can't you just have a normal funeral?
No, Troy. If you loved me, you'd do this for me. I'd do it for you. In fact, I'm going to do it for you. I'm going to do it to you.
Tim, get. What?
Look at my gigantic sword.
Put that away.
It's silent when I
Tim!
remove it from my scabbard. Here it comes right into your stomach. Get ready, Troy, you loser. That'll teach you, Troy. Always do what I ask you to do. Now I ask you one last thing, Troy.
What is it?
Die.
From the hole in his stomach, we see two little half-eaten men jump out.
Oh my God, we got out. Oh.
Oh, God, Jesus.
Anyway, that's what I would suggest.
Yeah.
Dead Town.
Yeah. Totally.
I like it.
It'd be great.
Good for kids.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that kids should experience the full realm of life and death. They should
Yeah.
know what's coming.
Yeah.
When did you
think
guys
so.
first realize you were immortal? Like that you were gonna die?
Oh, that you were amortal?
When did you realize that you were gonna die someday? Like
Oh.
when was your innocence shattered? Do you have any interesting stories?
No interesting stories. I was involved. I was at a 7-Eleven. I was buying some beer, and a guy came in and robbed the place, and I got shot in the back. That didn't happen. I always think about that though. Maybe that would happen. I wouldn't, but I ruin it because I don't want to get shot in the back. Because then you're like, you can't.
You can't hold the
hold
wound.
the wound. But if you get stuck shot in the stomach, then you can kind of hold it and talk to your wife.
Totally.
Your cell
Like it's a
phone.
better death.
Way
It's a better death.
And
It's
plus,
like-
it's like the blood. Is just
It's like if
okay.
you die in a car, you want it to be an old-fashioned car, so
Yeah.
that when your head goes forward, it does that dramatic with the
Totally. Yeah.
and not one of the ones where you have to hit the wiper thing.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay, this just reminded me of something. Crazy story. My mom, when she was a little girl, her mother was driving down the road, and this is before windshields were, they'd shatter a certain way that was just like a pane of glass. And she like rear-ended somebody, and her mom went flying through the windshield and landed on the front, like on the freeway, and laid there for a second, and then got up with these shards of glass sticking
my
out of her
God.
head. And she was like, "It's gonna be okay, honey." Like my mom is sitting in the front seat,
No, it's
and
really
the
not.
ambulance like shows up, and they like remove the glass from her head, and like she is in the ER for a few days. But fucking A, man.
A friend of mine, his dad, this was like in the 50s or the 60s, was like driving I want to say he was driving like a VW, but maybe that wasn't it. But it was just one of these cars that didn't have any safety stuff back in the days when they didn't have it. And he got into an accident, was thrown out of he was driving, I think, got thrown out of the driver's side window somehow. But the lock button was up, and it caught in his mouth and tore.
God.
So he had like this scar. He was a preacher as well. Had this scar like going from his ear down to here because it just tore his cheek out open.
You have to either become a preacher or a
Yeah.
super villain.
I know. A lot of times it's the same.
Yeah, that's
I know.
true.
And I know another woman, and her years ago, and her mom was driving down the freeway and got into an accident. And there was a truck in front of her. No, it must have been a truck behind her with rebar or something, and it like lodged into the. And she survived it, but she had a bit of rebar like thrown into the back of her head. I think she survived
God.
it. Yeah.
Well, that would just make her stronger
Yeah.
and less susceptible to earthquakes.
I I think so.
Totally.
Yeah. I don't know if that, I mean, that's what she told me, but I'm thinking about it now. As I tell both of these stories, I'm like, it doesn't seem plausible. But I guess to survive rebar thrown from the back of your head. So maybe it was something else, but it was a traumatic head injury.
Yeah.
You know. But I do that a lot where you have these life experiences and you remember them. You tell a story over and over again, and then you start to realize, well, maybe the story was something I didn't purposely fudge, but maybe I didn't have all the details, or I told it a certain way. I'm retelling that story and not recounting what actually happened.
Totally, yeah.
I think that happens a lot.
I think
and I
it's
get to
human.
that, and like 10 years later, retelling the story I've been telling for all these years. Those two stories I've never told in my life, but other stories, and I'm like, I don't even know if that was a dream. I don't know if that ever happened.
I wonder if that's like the case with supervillains too. Like what actually happened to them was like just like a little nothing, and they just remember it like I had acid thrown on my face, but it's actually like I stubbed my toe.
Right?
Life of villainy, because
Because they just can't interpret.
Yeah.
You know, everything's horrible. They're just bad. They're just in a bad mood. They're people in a bad mood.
Welcome to Professor Xavier's house for gifted youngsters. I see you just got out of the hospital.
I did. I had a crow fly into my forehead.
And left a beak mark.
It left a beak mark, but now I'm pretty sure I can talk to crows.
Okay, well, I knew of your coming because of we have some other people gifted like you. One of them, her name is Mutant Sarah, and she can predict the future and read minds.
Hello.
That's her. She's calling from the other room.
Hold on a second.
Okay. I thought maybe you had some crows that told you I was coming, because I let them know.
We had some crows, but one of our other mutants, Crowy Crow, eats them. That's how he gets his power.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my distance from him because crows are my friends, except for this giant beak mark they left in my forehead.
Can I sit next to you?
Oh God. Okay, but don't hurt any of my friends.
Well, go ahead and just usher you into your first class here.
okay.
This is learn how to harness your mutant powers.
Okay.
And, you can go ahead and sit next to her, next to Sarah. And she's going to be the person that kind of guides you around, you know?
I appreciate that.
Okay, it's nice to meet you. I'm gonna go without the name mutant in front of my name.
No, I think you should do exactly as they tell you.
Well, I'm not really a mutant. I just got a little beak mark.
Come on. It's a little beak mark. That's a mutant.
There's nothing mutant about that. It's just it's a special mark. It's my connection to crows.
There's a 3-inch deep hole in your head from a crow. That is a mutant.
Okay.
It is. I'm listening. I'm backing him up. It's true.
Just if you don't want to be with us, then just get
No,
out
I
of
want
here.
to be with you guys
No.
for sure, but I just don't want to be called a mutant. I think I should just be like special.
Special. And I get to be mutant? I don't like your attitude, lady.
You do have an extra eye.
Yeah, that's kind of mutant.
That is kind of mutant.
Yeah.
Look, how about this?
What?
How about I have a couple prosthetic beaks. How about we stick one to your forehead? Would you be okay with that? And then we can call you mutant? What's your name, by the way?
It's Gabrielle. And I would be okay with that. I think putting a beak on my forehead would be sort of a Zen thing to do. It would make me feel a little bit more Middle Eastern.
Why do you have to put on masks in order to realize who you are?
Just be.
What's wrong with being mutants?
Well, I've just never been a mutant before. I didn't have this until the crow hit me.
Well, that's what happens. Acid face over here. He didn't have it till he had acid dropped on his face.
In my defense, that Professor Xavier actually just poured acid on my face. Started out, I just kind of was drinking coffee and burned my lip a little bit. And I thought I maybe had some kind of a heat power, but he suggested we just dump acid on my face so I could be more mutant.
Yeah, but now what can you do? Huh? Jerry, what can you do?
I am very sensitive to heat on that side.
See? And he's a mutant.
Yeah.
Okay? Anytime he goes firefighting, he's the first one to walk up to a door and sense if it's hot or not.
I can tell the firemen from at least 3 inches in front of the door whether it's hot or not. And then they will do a physical check afterwards to verify. And it's 90% accurate.
Okay, all right. I'll work on embracing my inner mutant then, I guess.
Okay, could I just borrow a pencil? That's all.
Sure.
Thanks.
Here. Okay. Well, then I'm just gonna call the crows.
All right. Do your crow call.
No, I'm doing it. It's a mental thing because they were in my head.
Can you do one out loud? It'll play better when we're out fighting crime.
Oh, all right. Okay.
That hurts.
What? Well, you asked me to do it out loud.
Can you say something like evermore or something? What is that Poe thing?
It's
Nevermore?
Nevermore.
Do that. See if the crows come to that. That sounds
Well,
way
that's
cooler.
Okay, all right.
Just imagine going up a couple robbers or robbing something and you scream at them nevermore and a bunch of crows just start pounding into the windows and snap their necks and fall all around.
Oh my
everywhere.
God!
That was amazing.
Well, they're not supposed to die. They're supposed to help.
Well, that's still there's a step in the right direction.
So all I can do is call depressed crows?
Yeah. That's more than I can do.
Hey, lunch.
Well, what is your
I
superpower?
can tie my shoes. Anyway, what I was thinking during that sketch was I want to open up a restaurant. It just hit me now. I don't know why it didn't hit me before. But I want to open up a restaurant called Edgar Allan Po' Boy Sandwiches. I don't know why.
Totally.
It should have hit me a long time ago.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, that would be good too.
good.
That'd be good too. Edgar Allan Poe. It's the Edgar Allan Po' Boy
You
sandwich.
have to pay. You have to lift up the floorboards and like put your money in the floorboards.
That's where we keep the bean sprouts.
Totally, the cream puffs.
I had this idea for a restaurant. This is a true idea, a real idea, called Ladles, where everything is served out of a ladle.
Like by servants to
Yes. Yeah.
you? Like into your bowl or into your
into your
mouth?
bowl or into your glass. So the beer, all the drinks, the cocktails are pre-mixed in buckets. They come out with a ladle. And they ladle it into your glass. Or you have like a bucket of stew. Like everything is served in buckets and stews. Like on a chain gang. Like whenever you see movies with chain gangs, they have a ladle of water, and it's like the best thing they've ever had in their
Totally,
lives.
they do. They dip it out
And
of
they're
the
just like,
bucket.
and they drink it out of a bucket. And even the thought of that, like, you know, I was just watching The Longest Yard like a few months ago with the original one.
Such a good movie.
It's a great movie. And like they're working so hard and they're sweating, and then they reach in their ladle and they're all like, they drink it, but they're
goes everywhere.
Spit and sweat, and it gets back on the ladle and it goes back into the bucket, and they're kind of like sharing each other's like just disgusting stuff. Plus the bucket's just, you know, it's just not like a clean bucket or anything like that. That it's not. It's a prison.
So is that
in
your
the
plan
70s.
for
No,
ladles?
but they're still so happy, and they're like so relieved. It's like it's like an orgasm they're having. They're just like, oh my God, this is amazing. So if you could just translate that, experience into dining.
So you're just going to work people out in the sun all day long and,
No,
and bring them in your restaurant when they're starving and almost half dead?
and get ladle out stew and stuff.
Very
That's awesome.
specific
I
clientele.
think it'd be great. Well, you don't have to work them hard. I'm just saying it's just that, I think people will approach a restaurant where everything's ladled to them the same way the prisoners do in The Longest Yard.
I'll open a restaurant next door called Slingshots.
Yeah.
It'll just be food that'll be served to you from across the room by a slingshot.
That would be great.
We could have one that's before those two that's only open from like 6 to 9 called Orphans. And it's just an old angry dude serving you oatmeal in small wooden bowls.
A breakfast joint.
Yeah.
But what if you had
No seconds.
the thing with your slingshot place? What if you had like a place called Clowny's, right? It's called Clowny's, and what you did was everything was served you in a pie in your face. You know?
Totally.
You're like, I'll have a pizza. And it's like you get a pizza. I'll have a steak.
Pizza
Everything
pie.
just like smash, meat pies, whatever they are.
It could just be the same restaurant with a different name every week. That'd be awesome.
Hey everyone, my name's Clowny's. Welcome to Clowny's. Have a seat.
Yay!
Oh, little girl.
Did this used to be the ladle? The old.
Yeah, Ladles is out of business.
Oh.
Before that, it was Edgar Allan Poe. And Edgar Allan Po' Boy sandwiches before that. But it's Clowny's now. I know this space seems doomed or maybe haunted or cursed, but I'm going to make it work.
I just got a question. I'm just
Yeah.
standing outside on my phone.
Yeah.
Before it was that, was it also Edgar Allan snow cones?
Yes, it sure was.
Okay, cool. Have a good day, man.
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
Yeah, the restaurant, there's a lot of different restaurants here, to be honest with you. A whole bunch of different ones before that.
Elizabeth, you seem really excited about the place.
I love clowns.
Okay. Thanks for bringing me.
Yeah, anytime. Hey, look, why don't we just go on in and I'll get us seated right away, and you'll love the way you know what? I'll go ahead and just order for us.
Oh, okay.
We'll have the piping hot
Yes.
cheeseburger,
Oh.
open-faced,
Open-faced cheeseburger it is.
and
That's
then
a specialty
I'd
of
also
Clowny.
like a bucket of gravy.
Yeah, you got it. Left
And,
over from the ladle days.
Well, yeah, I know. I like how you still use the same bucket.
I sure do. Just, what else can I get for you?
I think that we would also like some daiquiris.
Oh, okay. This is sounding fun.
Yeah.
Is this a first date or is this, what is this?
It's so messy here.
No, don't worry about that. Well, it is a first date.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, of course. You guys look like a great couple.
Oh.
Clowny is part clairvoyant, and I can see the future.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the two of you are going to be together for a long time.
Oh.
That's a special gift.
Yeah, sure is. I'm a mutant.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, will the drinks be coming up pretty
Yes.
soon?
I'll get them right
Ooh,
now.
what's
Okay.
this on? I'd like the flambe. That sounds good.
That's a good idea.
Let's both
Flambe
get the
sounds
flambe.
We'll get the flambe.
Okay, so piping hot cheeseburger, open-faced, and some flambe.
Hey, master, I got
Oh!
I got the
Ooh!
order in the back there. I got the piping hot cheeseburger here, and I got the, what was the other one?
It was a flambe.
Yeah, I got the flambe ready, too. Here
Okay.
you go. Back to the kitchen for me.
All right.
Kitchen Steve.
Okay, Steve.
Well, that's nice. You don't have to even go anywhere.
No. Stand right here.
Okay, so
I had another restaurant called Three's a Crowd for a while, but that went out of business.
Do the daiquiris come out soon, or just maybe after?
Oh, here comes your daiquiri right here. Get ready. Open up.
Oh, oh my God! What in the hell are you doing?
it's boozy goodness. Lean into it.
What?
Yeah, no, I've been here a lot. See these scars? They serve some stuff on China.
I'm covered in alcohol.
Yeah.
Get that flame away.
Here it comes, flambe.
No, no, no.
It's so warm.
Water! I'm burning!
Here, dump the gravy on him.
Oh, quick! Get the goddamn song! Whoa, thank God.
The gravy acts as the salve.
I gotta get out of here.
So, will you call me?
No, most certainly not.
Well, I'll just.
Slam.
Listen, I'm sorry it worked out that way.
Yeah, me too.
What do you say you and I go dancing?
A little bow chicka honk honk.
Yeah. It's a euphemism for doing it.
Yeah, I know. I just said
What did I
it.
say? Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay,
Yours was a
yeah.
euphemism. Mine wasn't.
I know.
I really want to go dancing, but the ba-dum-da-dum-ba-dum song, that's a euphemism.
Okay, yeah.
So what do you want? You want to dance or you want to do it?
Let's do it while
Let's
we
do
dance.
it while we dance, doing it in the dark like that Bruce Springsteen song.
Okay.
Dancing
Will
in
you
the
shoot me
dark.
at the wall first?
Yeah.
I was walking by outside. I'm sorry to bug you again.
Sure.
Wasn't this place also known as Edgar Talon Slow Cooked Eagle Meat?
No, that's down on First.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I think it's still in business, actually. There's
Oh.
a good lunch
I love
crowd.
that Eagle Meat.
Yeah.
Thanks. Have a good day, guys.
Thanks.
So, you want to do it?
Yeah.
All right. You want to do it here? You want Kitchen Steve to come out and keep score?
I'm back here. I can hear you.
Just keep throwing food at us.
All
All
right.
right, Steve.
Fetish.
All right. Okay. Right.
Can do the song.
And
And orgasm.
Swordfish.
Clowny probably was. I don't know anything about Clowny. Just made up Clowny right then and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a pretty
He
deep
did.
character. He came up with there. There's a lot of backstory there, I'm sure.
I mean, I definitely got a former traveling with the circus vibe for sure.
Yeah.
I gotta also kills people and hides
Yeah.
in his basement.
I don't think so. I think so. I
John
think he
Wayne
just likes,
Gacy thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's more of just a guy who owns he's a small business owner. He's part of this group of people that hire people that are the backbone of the U.S. economy. Clowny and
How does he
others.
feel about the minimum wage increase?
Oh, it's breaking his back.
Yeah.
He can't do it. He can't do it. Plus the government shouldn't be imposing what you pay people. People get paid what they're worth, what their value is.
I like to keep them underpaid, and then I make more money with my business.
Yeah, that too.
Plus, if they get tired, they can just leave, or I could fire them.
Right? What do? Do you make $15 an hour or do you make more than that?
Yeah, let's everyone say what they make.
I actually get paid in pixie sticks.
I haven't had a pixie stick in a long
Me
time.
neither.
Best.
So you work at the movie theater,
She
Yes.
manages
and
that shit.
I kept seeing you there, and like it was out of context from UP. Not only like is it really far apart, but then it was just out of context. And I'd be like, I'm gonna say hi. That's Elizabeth. No, I'm not. And then I'm just like, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I would have just turned and screamed. Just, ah!
Why do people keep calling me that?
That's my twin.
Doppelganger.
I was at the Home Depot the other day, and Mark Schoen, who's part of the Universal Studios crew as well,
Ensemble.
shouted at me from across the
Universal Pudios.
the Universal
Pudios. Yeah, UP.
UP.
Universal Pudios.
Yeah, I think that's right. And he shouted at me, but it was out of context. Same thing. I was like, "Who's that guy?" It sounds like Mark Schoen, but it's pretty far away. I couldn't see him, and it was. And he said, "Oh, I'm just saying hello," and he wouldn't come over. And I'm like, "Why won't you?" In my head, I'm like, "Why won't you come over?" And it never dawned on me, like, "Well, Tim, why don't you go over?" I'm standing here. Get over here.
But you both did it.
No, and eventually he came over, and I was like, "It's about time." I didn't say that. And he was with a date. I think he was with a date. He was a big guy, gigantic
Lord,
guy.
you never take a date to Home Depot.
Well, they were on
I
their
really
way.
like you. Regrout my bathroom.
Maybe a chai and a hot dog.
Do they have chai and hot dogs?
They got rid of all of them.
What?
They don't do the hot dogs and coffee at the Home Depots anymore.
Really?
None of them. Yeah.
I just don't know why you don't ever buy me a snack here anymore.
Listen, it just doesn't have that special feeling that it used to have, Troy.
I just don't know what happened. You used to at least get me a snow cone or a chai, and now I don't know why you don't get me anything anymore.
Because I feel like that was like first date stuff. That was like the honeymoon of our relationship. We're not in the honeymoon anymore. We're in the drudgery now.
Drudgery?
We're in the rut.
Drudgery?
Yes.
I felt a momentum, and now I don't know why you don't buy me anything.
Oh my God.
You're having an affair with.
No, I'm not having. To be honest, I wish I were.
You're having an affair with Clowny.
Clowny satisfies, but
Whoa, wait.
I don't.
You are having a.
I had one night with Clowny.
You bastard!
Stop it!
Yeah,
Don't hit me.
And that one.
Don't. You can hit me all you want. Listen.
I am not going to remodel any more of your house.
That's the problem with you. What do you want? You want to be my princess or something? You want me to put you on a pedestal? That's just not how life works, Troy.
Listen, the sex was great.
Oh, the sex was terrible.
You asshole.
It was terrible. That's why I closed my eyes. Not because I was like in bliss, but because I was thinking of Clowny.
I grouted your entire basement, you fuck. And you used to treat me good and buy me things. I'm not going to work for you anymore.
I'm sick of your trough, and I'm sick of your spackle.
Well,
You're
that's
just
it then.
yeah.
At this point, all the Home Depot employees have gathered around the aisle and are listening in intently to this lover spat.
Okay. All right. I guess I won't finish picking out the paint swatches.
No, don't.
They've blocked off the ends of the aisles.
With those big, like, automatic chair
Barriers, yeah.
Barriers, yeah.
Okay, well, I guess I'm just really going to go then. I'm going to leave now.
Listen. Yes, please leave.
Listen, because you can't just expect me and you don't even treat me with any respect.
You don't deserve my respect.
Okay, well, then I'm going to leave. I'm going to not work for you anymore, and I definitely won't be living on your couch.
Then just leave. Just leave, man.
Just
leave.
You should ditch him.
I am. I am leaving him.
You're not leaving. You're
He-
standing there.
He's telling you to leave.
He used to bring me little, I'd be working all day. He'd bring me a sandwich or something. And then sometimes if I was stressed out, he would let me massage him and.
His what?
Yeah.
My ham. I like to massage ham before I serve it on a sandwich.
To each their own.
Let me
Look,
eat.
we got some customers that want to go down this aisle and buy some.
Listen, Troy, don't. I'm sorry, Troy. I can't. What came over me? I didn't mean all those things that I said, Troy. I love you, and I've always loved you, and I don't know. I'm just crazy right now.
Excuse me, guys. Beep, beep, beep.
Hey, you back up, ma'am. You back up. Beep, 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 beep.
We see him. He's commandeered another one of the backup machines and is backing up towards her.
Beep.
The two trucks getting dangerously close to each other.
Hey, what? Hey.
Oh my God! Look out!
Beep, beep, beep.
Orgasm.
Orgasm smash. That was my stripper name.
It's the way the Hulk finishes.
What finishes?
The Hulk. Orgasm smash. Never with the same girl twice.
Oh my God, Hulk. Poor Hulk.
I know. Can you imagine?
Just be terrible.
Really
Everything
would.
hulks
Because
out.
it's not just when he gets mad, is it? It's when he gets in like a highly emotional state. Does he
Yes.
go Hulk
Yeah.
as well?
It's
Yes.
like the madder he gets, like the stronger he gets. So
Depends
it's
on the Hulk.
There have been crazy debates about who would win in a Hulk versus Superman because like the Hulk can just keep getting madder and stronger and like
Right.
he can like get calmed down by like yoga or something. Imagine Hulk doing yoga. Downward dog.
But like when he gets mad the first time, his shirt and his clothes tear.
Except for the pants.
Except for the pants. Like they still stay buttoned on because he has really
Totally.
tight abs. And so, but the rest of him, it just bulges out. But I imagine if Superman kept pissing him off, like his skin would start to shoot off of his body, just be like muscles, and all of a sudden, like just like squirting out like slinkies, like squirting out from his arms, and just like on and on. His eyes would actually shoot out of his head and stuff. So there's
That's
just
how
a
you
big
kill him.
pile of. That's how you kill him. You
Take
piss
him
him
out
off
to the desert and just piss him off to no end.
Hulk
his teeth are flying
explode.
out.
Yeah.
That's what I would think would happen.
Yeah.
My favorite Hulk was Grey Hulk. Anyone?
Oh, I don't
Grey
know
Hulk?
I
What's
remember
Grey Hulk?
from like
Hulk's
the 90s.
been through
Yeah.
like multiple mutations, and Grey Hulk was actually smart, and he had a tailor. And
Really?
He was never Bruce Banner. He was always Grey Hulk. And then he was like trying
David
to...
Banner.
Sorry.
David Bruce was
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce was the one they did for TV, but
David-
wasn't he Bruce Banner? But they
Banner.
named him David Banner on the TV show because they didn't want people to think he was gay. This was in like the 80s.
Oh,
What?
interesting.
David Banner is a
Yeah.
gay name?
No, Bruce is gay.
Bruce is-
so they
Bruce
named him
is gay?
David Banner on the TV show so people wouldn't think he was gay. That's swear to God.
It's
true.
weird. I always thought the word banner sounded very gay.
Right this way, sir. Right this way. The green room's right back here. We got everything on your rider, and I also, I'm a big fan.
Oh, thank you.
I was actually I was born in the USA too.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, all your stuff in your riders back there, and on a couple friends.
Thank you
Picked
very
up off the
much.
street for you, Bruce.
Thank you. Yeah, well, you're welcome. Thanks very much. I'm very excited about the concert.
Yeah, go right in to the green room.
Oh, thank you very much. You want
Just
to?
a couple special treats for me. Big fan. Big fan.
Oh, thank you very much. It's great. I love to be back in New Jersey. My favorite place. My friend Clowny is from New Jersey. He's going to be sitting in
see
because
all-
Clarence is dead.
All
and now
Bruce's
I replaced him
entourage
with
has left,
Clowny.
and this is Bruce just walking down the hallway by himself to the green room.
Snapping his fingers.
Yeah. In fact, Clowny it's just me and Clowny. That's the whole show.
He slowly approaches the green door. It's a green door.
This is my daughter. She was born in the USA.
Oh, well, it's great to meet you.
Hi. I feel safe around you because you're gay.
Yeah, I sure am. Springsteen is a Jewish word for gay.
I know it's and Bruce means homosexual.
Yes, it sure does.
So it actually means homosexual
Gay.
gay.
Yes,
Does that mean you were straight, like a double negative?
it sure doesn't.
Oh, well, there you go.
Maybe it does. I'm not sure, but I know I'm gay, and that's all that matters.
That's good. Good for you.
Yeah, it's important to me to be gay.
Hello, Ed. It's me, Elton John. I was next door checking on my lolly, and I thought I'd come in and say hello to you. My Elton is British for straight,
And John means toilet.
Straight toilet. That's
Straight
what
toilet,
I feel
so-
like doing right now. Going straight to the toilet.
I'm gonna go practice my piano. Well, good to see you, Bruce.
Good to see you too.
All right, cheerio.
Have you seen Clowny around?
I saw him outside. He hit me with a pie.
Oh, that Clowny is always hitting people with pies.
Well,
The thing I like about Clowny is his voice sounds very similar to mine.
Hey, hey, Bruce. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, that's hey, Clowny.
Who's
Good to see
your
you.
friend? Hey, little girl.
Orgasm.
Oh,
Listen,
I didn't
Clowny.
do it.
That's all right.
My daughter she's in what are those classes called where you take classes before you're old enough to
Finishing school. Finishing school.
and she's learning a lot about sex and things.
And finishing.
Yes.
Rock. Someone say finishing. Hulk finish.
oh my God, the Hulk's here.
Oh my God, Clowny.
Orgasm smash.
Oh my God.
I'm just going to go. This is starting to scare me a little bit. A lot of bit.
Hey, little baby, the dance is on. Gotta do. Oh, I'm on fire. Hey, little daddy, gonna dance his song. Gonna shit it. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, mutant fire.
Have a meat pie.
Hey, little baby, gonna dance it on. Gonna settle it. Oh, yeah. I'm on fire. Anyway, that's that would happen.
Yeah, that would happen.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? We were talking about something important, I think, before that happened.
I don't even know.
I've never done a Springsteen imitation.
For that long.
That's my favorite Bruce Springsteen song.
Yeah, it's a good song.
It's super short,
Yeah.
but it's super good.
Mine is, what do you call it? Oh, my my God, what's the name of that song? You know,
Born in the USA.
No, I don't like that song. That's a great song.
Streets of Philadelphia?
No, it's an old one from. Oh my God.
The album with the floppy hat.
Yeah,
Floppy
or
hat
maybe it was.
blues.
Yeah, it was the one after. Yeah, it was the one right before Nebraska. I think that's Floppy. Or no, that's where he's. Oh, what the hell's the name of the movie? The song, and they're out on the road and they're drag racing, and it's his girl, and he's got his girl.
Thunder Road?
It's not Thunder Road though, but it's like on that same record. What the hell is it? You know what I mean?
It's kind of like
And there's some.
everybody cut. Everybody.
There's the
cut.
break in them
That
at the
one?
middle, and he's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Born to Run.
Oh,
Yeah,
Born
I
to
love that
Run,
song.
Yeah.
Baby, I was yeah.
Yeah, baby, I was born to run.
When I was a teenager, I got my brother Bruce Springsteen albums every Christmas because he would put one out every year right around Christmas. And so for like 5 or 6 years, that's what he got for Christmas. And then
Were they
finally,
Christmas albums?
No, they were Christmas albums. They were just albums. They usually came out in like November or December. And it ended when he got the compilation, like the big box set, the Bruce Springsteen box set. That was the last Springsteen gift I ever gave him.
Oh, nice.
Did he continue to get his own, or did he just? Was that it for him?
I think that was it. I think he moved on to other music.
Maybe he had been moved on for a long time, but he never wanted to say anything.
That's
'Cause you-
entirely possible. That's very likely. And it's also very likely that my mother does not collect cow figurines, but she keeps them because everybody gives them to her.
Hey, little baby, it's Christmas time. Why don't you open your present? It's filled with slime. Oh, yeah.
My sister was really into serial killers. Like she liked reading about serial killers.
That's
And
weird.
That's sweet.
yeah, she's really
Is
into
this-
that
this
stuff.
is a Christmas
An older
story?
Yeah, it is a Christmas story, and it's almost
She
the
named
same story.
Clowny?
Her name is Clowny. And so one Christmas, this is as an adult, so I wasn't a kid or anything. I bought her a bunch of true crime. Like I bought her like 10 true crime, not novels, but whatever by Anne Rule. I don't know if you know who Anne
Yeah,
Rule is.
I've heard of her.
Right?
Yeah.
So and I have another story about that too, which is another thing that just happened with her. But anyway, I gave it to her, my sister, and she was having her period. Right.
That's important to this.
It's an important part of the story,
important part of the story.
right? Because it somewhat exonerates me, whatever. But anyway, she opens up the present, and before she opens it, she's like in tears. On Christmas, she's in tears. I hope these aren't serial killer books. And then she opened up, and there's like 10 of them.
That's awesome.
The reason the period part comes into play because had she not been, she wouldn't have been so emotional and crying all the time. She probably would have opened the present, oh, thanks so
Sure.
much.
Did
But
she
the
tell you
period-
she was on her period?
No, but I think she was.
So, okay, now, okay, as the female in the room, as a lone female in the room, I'm going to take offense that
Oh,
anytime
shoot,
a woman
sorry.
Are
gets...
you on your period right now?
She's.
God.
Oh my God.
I'm going to bleed all over this.
Are you? I love. Yeah.
No, you keep going. You have a good point.
All right. What's your? No, she doesn't. Come on.
I do. I
Oh.
make good points.
I
That's
have a
what I
little
do.
You generally do, but this one isn't one.
I have a little daughter, so now I am a feminist.
Oh my
Is your
God.
Never mind. Let me say something from experience, okay?
You were gonna.
I
go
was.
there.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I know you're listening to this, babe, and I'm just going to tell the truth right now.
You got to tell the
Real.
truth. You got to keep it
just
real.
For
I
the,
gotta keep it
just
real.
gotta. He's got to
And
tell
when
the
he
truth
finishes,
for
I
every.
will punch him in the face.
For
Oh, here comes
everybody
this.
that's
He's
gonna
gonna. No,
listen to
he's
this
gonna.
on the internet.
What he's
forever.
What he's gonna say right now is gonna be very sexually liberating. Not sexually. Liberating for men, because he's going to speak a truth that as men, especially in the Pacific Northwest, we're not allowed to speak this truth.
We
And so
can't
go ahead and
espouse
say it.
this. We do
We
it
can't.
All right,
in secret.
go
We have-
ahead.
Yeah.
We have
We only-
blogs.
We only do it in secret or in front of everyone on the internet.
Yes,
But
2 places.
we
80.
we have for 3 weeks out of the month we have this like blissfully wonderful relationship, but for 1 week out of the month we fucking fight. We go to bed angry, and like I'm way less productive at work the next day because we had this like week-long fight, and then the minute that week's over, everything's back to friggin' bliss.
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
happens.
I think you're in big trouble in a
Do
couple
it.
days.
I
man.
am once you
know.
listen to this.
I know.
Are you?
I just want to say on the record that I do not have that experience.
Okay, I'm gonna. I
Wife
think
can listen to this.
I'm gonna change your nickname. Justin is gonna be called Cream, because you're whipped. Whipped cream. I was going to say something much worse than that, but I'm glad I said whipped cream.
Now I'm having second thoughts about having chosen the red microphone.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Because it looks like it looks like
Tampon.
Clowny's. Oh, I thought it looks like Clowny's bulging penis. His engorged penis.
It is funny though that guys think women cannot control their emotions for some reason when they're having an emotional.
Well, I mean, usually when women get emotional, that's like one of the first things that she's on her menstrual cycle.
And also, it's weird that showing emotions is so scary for guys.
And I'm not saying that being that way is bad or anything like that. I'm just saying, I mean, and you should be however you want to be, and if you want to cry or be emotional, I don't really care. But I'm just saying, she would have acted differently had she not been having her period. She wouldn't have cried as much. Crying isn't a bad thing. I think crying's great. I cry all the time. Or had I not given her the serial killer books? I mean, those are the two inputs, and the outputs was tears. So
Was she over the serial killers, or was she just tired of bleeding?
I think she was. I don't know what causes the emotions. Is it
It's hormones.
Exactly.
Hormones.
So why do we have to like walk on eggshells when we're talking about this?
Because we will fucking kill you.
I know, but why? It's just hormones. It's just something you can't control. So why can't you just embrace it?
Well,
you being collective
You're
female,
a mutant for like a week.
right?
Well, see, that's not necessarily true.
It's different for everybody, right?
Well, I can
You
only
don't
speak
cry
from my
necessarily,
own
but-
experience. I mean, yes, sometimes we get emotional, but we get emotional sometimes even when that's not happening.
Yeah, I know, right?
So I think women are just more, in general, more emotional. They're more outwardly emotional than men are.
So why? But I guess that's the thing, though. So you're saying then the problem is that I'm sort of disregarding your emotional because I'm saying, oh, she's not really an emotional person. She's just having her period.
Right.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And that's not. I think that's not what I mean by it, but I see how it's taken, and how all my words would be interpreted that way because that's how I would interpret them as well.
It would be kind of nice if guys had some stereotypical like reason where they could hold out for like this one point where it's like, okay, it's okay for me to just fucking cry now because everybody thinks that it's that time.
Yeah.
We don't have that.
Right? We don't have that. Oftentimes,
Do it in
exactly.
the closet.
well, men
Yeah.
have. I've seen studies where they say that men actually do have cycles,
Yeah.
like hormonal cycles. I mean,
Dude, I go through phases where like I wear my emotions on my sleeve a lot, and like I've had friends when I was growing up be like, "Fucking hey, you're so goddamn emotional," but it was all like bros, like in high school and just like friends, and so there is this like culture of like not expressing how you're actually feeling because you're going to be seen as like.
So
a
maybe it's
wuss or
not
something.
her cycle that's the problem once a month. Maybe it's yours.
My cycle. Maybe we need to recycle. Button.
The preceding program was brought to you by the Senior Center News. I hate to report that Willifred Gottfried died in an explosion in her garage. We don't know all the details. It's something about chemicals and ether. Oh, I am gonna miss that talk. Well, fortunately, I've got a next-door neighbor that's gonna come and talk about Alpo dog food. If it's good enough for Bowser, it's good enough for you. Thank you and have a good day.
Hey, little baby, the dance is on. Oh, I'm on fire. Hey, little daddy, gonna dance this song, gonna shit it. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, mutant fire.
Have a meat pie.
Hey, little baby, gonna dance it on, gonna settle it. Oh, yeah. I'm on fire.